There's very little difference between a madman and a genius.
Hello, everybody. It's Mr. Robbie here. In parts 1 and 2, we looked at the 25th Amendment and Project 2025. Now we turn to part 3 of this trilogy, Trump himself. Governor Pritzker said there's something genuinely wrong with this man.
There is something genuinely wrong with this man, and the 25th Amendment ought to be invoked.
Is it incapacity or something much more calculated? Let's look at Trump through the lens of the Hare Psychopathy Checklist. The Hare Psychopathy Checklist is the gold standard in forensic psychology for identifying psychopathic traits. It has 20 traits, each scored 0 to 2, with a maximum of 40. Here's how the thresholds work. In the US and Canada, a score of 30 or higher qualifies as psychopathy. In the UK and much of Europe, the threshold is lower at 25 or higher. That difference matters. The US sets a higher bar before labeling someone psychopathic, while European systems recognize psychopathic traits at a slightly lower score. Here are the 20 traits and how observers say Trump does or doesn't line up. Number 1, glibness or superficial charm, often noted.
Where I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's like incredible.
Grandiose sense of self-worth, strongly present.
I am your warrior. I am your justice. I am your retribution. I am your retribution. Before I even arrive at the Oval Office, I will have the disastrous war between Russia and Ukraine settled. And it will take me no longer than one day. I am the chosen one.
Pathological lying, widely cited.
One thing I can promise you this. I will always tell you the truth.
Donald Trump lies like breathing.
Conning or manipulative, present.
He has dangerous personality features that are very convincing, beguiling, manipulative, and deceptive in ways that people can get carried away and very easily become his patrons and pawns, as we call them.
Lack of remorse or guilt, noted repeatedly.
But he never apologizes for anything to anyone. He never apologized to Mr. and Mrs. Khan, the Gold Star family, whose son, Captain Khan, died in the line of duty in Iraq, and Donald insulted and attacked them for weeks over their religion.
I can't remember a single apology for any of the insults that he threw around, and he was elected.
He owes our country an apology, and he needs to take responsibility for his actions and his words.
Have you ever asked God for forgiveness?
That's a tough question.
But have you ever asked God for forgiveness?
I'm not sure I have. I just go and try and do a better job from there. I don't think so. I don't bring God into that picture. I don't.
Shallow effect, present.
Your campaign. That's enough. That's enough. President, that's enough. I was going to ask one of the other folks. That's enough. Pardon me, ma'am. Excuse me. That's enough. That's enough. Put down the mic.
Do you have a message for Greta Thunberg?
Anger management. I think she has to go to an anger management class. That's my primary recommendation for her.
Callousness or lack of empathy, widely recognized.
The idea that people think that he cares about other people, particularly vulnerable people, kind of needs to stop. That's who he is. We cannot cut him any slack. We cannot make excuses for him. He doesn't care.
The president often struggles with projecting empathy, and I don't even know if it's struggles. I think he doesn't want to. I think he sees empathy as a show of weakness, and it's not something that he likes to do, which is antithetical to what almost any politician does.
Because whenever we look to this White House for some leadership or consolation or any semblance of steadiness, what we get instead is chaos, division, and a total and utter lack of empathy.
Failure to accept responsibility, consistently present.
Do you take any responsibility for the fact that you're about to be impeached?
No, I don't take any, zero, to put it mildly.
Dr. Fauci said earlier this week that the lag in testing was in fact a failing. Do you take responsibility for that?
Yeah, no, I don't take responsibility at all. It's a witch hunt. It's just a continuation of a witch hunt.
Need for stimulation, often noted. Parasitic lifestyle observed by biographers.
President Trump's undisclosed debt while in office.
On his federal ethics filings when he was president, there were 8 loans that didn't show up on those filings. Okay, so the one that probably broke the law was the debt that he owed to Michael Cohen. This is his former personal attorney.
Stormy Daniels' debt.
Paid Stormy Daniels $130,000 to buy her silence when she was alleging that she had an affair with Donald Trump.
Poor behavioral control, present.
That's okay, I know you're not thinking. You never do.
I'm sorry?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions. You are a rude, terrible person.
Early behavioral problems.
Yeah, well, first of all, as a human being, Donald is as bad as he's always been. This is somebody who's never evolved. I mean, Donald is somebody who has had severe psychiatric disorders for decades that have remained untreated, and any illness you have that you don't treat will worsen.
Lack of realistic long-term goals.
I will prevent, and very easily, World War III, very easily.
Impulsivity, strongly present.
Over the course of 5 hours late last night, 79-year-old Donald Trump posted online more than 150 times. At one point last night, Donald Trump was firing off more than one post a minute.
Irresponsibility is well documented. Juvenile delinquency, there is some evidence.
My next guest's new book reveals stunning insights into the dysfunctional Trump family that actually shaped her. Donald Trump's niece, Mary Trump, writes, quote, "Nobody liked Donald when he was growing up, not even his parents. As he got older, those personality traits hardened, the hostile indifference and aggressive disrespect that he'd developed as a toddler to help him withstand the neglect he suffered at his parents' hands." And do you think that that childhood that Donald Trump had, the psychopathy that we see, the sociopathy that we see coming from the childhood of Donald Trump is really being seen now in a manifestation, the things he does and the things that he says?
Kitty, it's an excellent point, and the answer is absolutely.
Revocation of conditional release is not applicable. Criminal versatility. Observers argue yes. Promiscuous sexual behavior. Documented.
Yeah, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. I don't even wait. Hey, when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything, whatever you want. Grab them by the pussy.
And many short-term marital relationships also documented. Mental health professionals are bound by the Goldwater Rule. That means they cannot diagnose a public figure without a direct evaluation. The Goldwater Rule dates back to the 1964 election when Senator Barry Goldwater ran for president. A magazine called Fact surveyed psychiatrists asking if Goldwater was fit for office. Many said he wasn't, even though they had never examined him. Goldwater sued for libel, he won, and psychiatry was embarrassed. In 1973, the American Psychiatric Association issued the Goldwater Rule. It says, psychiatrists must not offer a professional diagnosis of a public figure unless they have personally examined them and obtained consent. That's why, even today, no reputable psychiatrist will say Trump is a psychopath or Biden has dementia. They talk about traits and behaviors, but they stop short of giving a clinical label without an exam. And here's the problem. The 25th Amendment allows removal of a president if they are unable to discharge the powers and duties of the office, but it never defines unable. If incapacity is obvious, a coma, a stroke, the case is clear. But for mental or psychological incapacity, expert input is needed. And yet, the Goldwater Rule blocks psychiatrists from giving that input publicly. They cannot provide the evidence that Congress or the cabinet might need. And presidents can refuse to release medical or psychological records, leaving only public behavior as evidence. No psychiatrist will diagnose without direct evaluation. So, when Governor Pritzker says there's something genuinely wrong with this man, it sounds like a call for the 25th Amendment, but psychiatry, by its own ethical code, won't provide the proof, which means the 25th is nearly impossible to invoke on psychological grounds. Even if Trump checks many boxes on the psychopathy scale, that does not equal incapacity. Psychopathy is not about inability. It's about cold, calculated ability. That's why the 25th Amendment doesn't apply. But combine these traits with power and especially a blueprint like Project 25, and they become a danger not just of personality, but of policy. So again, when Governor Pritzker says something is wrong, maybe he's right, but it's not incapacity. It's a personality that thrives on manipulation, lies, and power. And when personality becomes policy, the guardrails of democracy are at risk of breaking. If you found this video useful, please like, share, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments, do you think psychopathy in leaders should matter more in politics? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you very much again for watching my video. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Even just an emoji as a comment helps the algorithm get my videos out to more people. Everything helps, and I would really appreciate it. Don't forget to smash that bell so you'll know when Mr. Robbie Says has something to say. And if you like what I do and would like to support me, you can buy me a cup of coffee on Ko-fi by scanning the QR code on screen or clicking the link in the description. Thank you, and you'll see me later.